You may have never thought about this, but here's a secret almost no one has told you. What if I said that developing self-love could be the missing step for you to finally sleep in peace, and begin a whole new chapter? Have you noticed how some people fall asleep with ease, enjoy quiet nights, and wake up refreshed, while others wrestle with guilt, anxiety, and the weight of a silent exhaustion? The difference lies in something simple, yet deeply transformative for your mental and emotional health: self-love. Scientifically proven by the study published in the journal Mindfulness, Hirsch and Sirois, 2016, in just a few seconds, you'll discover how 8 self-love practices can defeat insomnia, creating a process of inner reconnection that quiets the mind and soothes the heart. Here's the secret. When you strengthen your relationship with yourself, something shifts, your body slows down, your mind finds rest, and the silent guilt begins to fade. Watch how self-love can restore the peace you deserve, inside and out. But don't stop on the 8th day. Turn it into daily habits for lasting, restorative sleep. On its own, self-love is already powerful. But when practiced consistently, it slows down racing thoughts, dissolves buried guilt, and calms the anxiety that keeps you awake. That's how your body and mind begin to unwind, opening the door to calmer nights and true rest. Elevated self-love is a quiet antidote to insomnia. You can clearly see the emotional difference between someone in inner conflict, and someone who's learned to embrace themselves with kindness. Trouble sleeping, low self-acceptance. Constant doubt, fueled by guilt or fear, becomes repetitive thoughts at bedtime. The mind won't quiet down, and sleep slips further away. High self-acceptance, self-love strengthens inner trust. The person reconnects with their intuition, learns from their steps, and no longer fears mistakes. This calms the mind, eases tension, and makes room for restful nights. Staying in toxic environments, low self-acceptance. When a person doesn't see their worth, they tolerate what they should reject. Abusive relationships, constant pressure, or draining environments are accepted as normal. And at night, the body reacts, racing thoughts, built-up tension, and sleep that won't come. High self-love, those who recognize their dignity choose better where to stay. They learn to set boundaries, seek respect, and say no, and that inner peace reflects in their rest. Creativity block, low self-acceptance. Guilt and harsh self-criticism silence the creative mind. The person feels like nothing they do is good enough, and this pressure turns into anxiety, especially at night. Then comes insomnia, a mind full of suppressed ideas, spinning non-stop. High self-love, when you embrace yourself with compassion, you allow mistakes and experimentation. Creativity flows, tension fades, and sleep comes easier. Self-sabotage in crucial moments, low self-acceptance. The feeling of not being worthy makes many people back away from opportunities. Fear of not measuring up or being rejected blocks even the smallest steps. That insecurity creates emotional stress and looping thoughts before bed. High self-love, those who believe they're worthy face changes with courage. They live more authentically, and sleep more peacefully. Shaky self-image around others, low self-acceptance. When comparison is constant, the person disconnects from who they really are. They try to please, constantly change their behavior, and it causes inner confusion. At night, this conflict erupts, the mind replays scenes, words, fears, and sleep drifts away. Restored self-love, those who know their worth radiate confidence. They live with alignment between what they feel and what they show, and find in the night's silence a safe place to rest. When someone starts to truly love themselves, something silent and profound begins to shift inside. Anxiety loses strength. Guilt starts to melt away. And the once restless mind finds a place to settle. Self-love rebuilds what fear, regret, and time tried to erase. And when that love grows, it becomes a shield of inner peace, emotional safety, and the lightness to move forward, and finally sleep in peace. This effect was scientifically confirmed by a study from the University of Texas, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, which showed how high self-esteem reduces anxiety and improves well-being, essential factors for overcoming insomnia. This channel is just beginning, and if this video stirred something inside you, send it to another senior who also deserves to be free from guilt and anxiety. And subscribe, because this is your space for quiet comfort and real transformation. Now tell me, what really changes when you practice self-love, with intention, for 8 days in a row? Let's find out together. Grab a pen and paper and write down the practices to do before bed. How does it work? For 8 consecutive nights, you'll apply a simple, intentional act of self-love, and meditate on a transformative phrase. These quiet practices help your mind slow down, dissolve guilt, and restore your inner peace. Day 1, Action. Notice how you treat yourself in the small routines of your day. Meditation phrase. The way I treat myself in the little things reveals how much I respect myself. Today, I choose to embrace myself with kindness. Day 2, Action. Reflect on how confident you are when making decisions. Meditation phrase. I trust the wisdom I've earned over time. I don't need everyone's approval to honor my choices. Day 3, Action. Recognize the value of your time and energy. Meditation phrase. My time has value. Every minute lived has taught me something, and today, I choose to invest my energy wisely. Day 4, Action. Ask yourself if you've been hiding your light out of fear. Meditation phrase. My light hasn't faded with time. It has matured. And now, more than ever, it deserves to shine. Day 5, Action. Look at your story with compassion and pride. Meditation phrase. Every choice, success, and mistake brought me here. And I honor my journey with gratitude and tenderness. Day 6, Action. Reaffirm your boundaries with calm and strength. Meditation phrase. I have the right to protect my well-being. Saying no with kindness is also an act of love toward myself. Day 7, Action. Visualize the future you still want to build with dignity. Meditation phrase. My story isn't over. I can still create something new, and it all begins with how I see myself. Day 8, Action. Identify the thoughts that hurt you and welcome healing. Meditation phrase. I no longer need to criticize myself for the past. Today, I choose to forgive, embrace myself, and walk in peace with who I am. Don't stop on the 8th day. Turn this learning into a daily habit. Developing self-love goes far beyond seeking inner peace. It's a quiet, yet profound process that dissolves guilt and calms the restlessness that steals your sleep. When you begin treating yourself with compassion, a strong emotional foundation starts to take shape. It supports your self-esteem, restores your dignity, and completely transforms how you feel inside. Because when love for yourself grows, the mind slows down, anxiety loses its grip, and insomnia has no more room to stay. This channel is new, and your new chapter can also begin now, in the silence of the night, from the inside out. And what if the next step in your life is simply waiting, for you to start seeing yourself again with kindness, respect, and dignity, and finally sleep in peace? If these words touched your heart, subscribe, turn on the bell, and walk with us on this journey of inner reconnection. Share this with someone who's tired of sleepless nights and needs to rediscover their worth to truly rest. I'll see you in the next episode.